the little girl discovered that the rich man's leg had been bitten by a poisonous snake. The assistant hurriedly tried to help the rich man to the hospital for treatment, but the little girl stopped him, because moving would only accelerate the spread of the poison. The assistant, feeling helpless after hearing the girl's words, asked if she had any way to help. At that moment, the little girl suddenly thought of a good idea. Before the assistant could react, she ran into the forest. Relying on her extraordinary sense of smell, the little girl found an herb that could neutralize snake venom. When she brought the herb back to the rich man, the assistant didn't believe that such an ordinary plant could treat snake venom. But since there was no other choice, the desperate rich man agreed to let her try. The little girl then crushed the leaves with a stone, and applied them to the wound on the rich man's leg. The next second, the rich man looked as if he was in great pain. But to his surprise, the snake bite on his leg disappeared. The rich man looked at the cute and well-behaved little girl with deep affection. When he learned that she had been separated from her family since childhood, he felt sorry for her and decided to take her home. The little girl nodded happily after hearing that. When the rich man's wife learned what had happened, she liked the little girl even more, and immediately wanted to treat her as her own daughter. Both of the older brothers also liked their new little sister very much. The eldest brother immediately took the little girl to the company, but suddenly the company faced an emergency. From the receptionist, the little girl learned that there was a mole inside the company, who had deleted all the formulas for the soon-to-be-released product. Even the expert tasters couldn't tell the formulas apart. While everyone was at a loss, the little girl said she could identify the ingredients just by smelling them. Hearing this, her brothers were delighted and decided to let her try, but one of the shareholders strongly objected, because he believed the little girl was a spy sent by a rival company. To stop her, the shareholder made a bet with the eldest brother. If the little girl guessed wrong, the brother would have to give him 10% of his shares. To defend his sister, the brother immediately agreed. No one expected the brother to trust such a young girl, but after simply tasting the product, the little girl accurately named all the ingredients, and even listed their exact proportions. The brother then announced that the shareholder had lost the bet, and ordered 10% of his shares to be transferred to his sister as a welcome gift. The furious shareholder could only leave in anger.